Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song get your close and feel my warmth. No to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortune, now we can play like a dummy. Say the way that you whine it, girl. I can't believe how I'm black, girl. Come on, mood, don't you mind it? You love me, no way did you want it, baby. Baby, give me love for tonight. You got me tripping every night, me stay for the night. Walking a good summer love. It takes over me, my soul and my mind. I feel like I need a king, baby girl. I wanna give you love, it feels so right. And in the meantime, you hold my heart. Just don't forget who you are. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nitangangana, na kama bado tai nitakazana, yeah, yeah. Nitapambana, na kama bado tai nitapull over, yeah, yeah. Just hold me tight, I move you right. Nita feel so nice. Move your body, nikona money. I will spend on you. Find it a fight, kama kuna msana waste time. Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song get your close and feel my warmth. No to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortune, now we can play like a dummy. Say, nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody, can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off.
Welcome everybody.
Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime.
You can take your seat. You're welcome to my stream. It's good to have you. It's been 2 weeks now, almost 2 weeks. A week and I think it's a week and 3 days. So it's good to have everybody on board. So you can tell me where you watch me from in the comment section. If you're locked in, if you can hear me. Welcome everybody to my stream. Welcome everybody, 18 people locked in. Oh, my guy from
Take
India.
Off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song get your clothes and feel my warmth. No to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortune, now we can play like a dummy. Say,
so we start.
I can't believe how I'm black, girl. Come on, mood, don't you mind it? You love me, no way did you want it, baby. Baby, give me love for tonight. You got me tripping every night, me stay for the night. Walking a good summer love. It takes over me, my soul and my mind. I feel like I need a king, baby girl. I wanna give you love, it feels so right. And in the meantime, you hold my heart. Just don't forget who you are.
So this is it. Welcome to my stream. We start always the first thing I should tell you that today, because I trade the USD pair, today we do not have, today is on Wednesday 6th, and we don't have any red folder. What does that tell you? That we're going to have a low probability day, but it's good that I tell you so that you don't find yourself in problems. So the first thing is you tell me that tell me if you're watching me. Just a few minutes, then we get going.
me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. It's good to have you. It's good to have everybody on board. So we are starting anytime. Just waiting for people to take, to just be comfortable, not be in a hurry. Yeah. So 30 people locked in. So if you could, there is, I would appreciate if you just take some time and like my live. That will help my live get big. So we have 30 people. So maybe I just have one like. So if anyone takes a minute and just hits the like button, that's a good one. And if you can even take a bold step of getting the live link and sharing with your community and friends. You could be someone who is there's someone maybe out there who is struggling to make trades, and they could benefit from this. So if you could be that person who would share that link, you will not only assist me, but also that someone else that is there struggling. You see. So that 2 people locked in. So we have my guy from India, Aprit. It's good to have you. Kaki Marete. We have Kevin Crypto. To have you. Mary. Pen and paper ready. Let's do this. My chef, my greatest chef, the best chef that I know, the Prince from Riru. It's good to have you. It's good to have everybody on board. So the only thing I'm requesting of you is if you could take a minute and like live, and then you can take a bold step and share the link, copy it among your friends. See? Yeah, it's that simple. So thank you. We're about to start. We have Gold Bag. Gold Bag is about to be the money bag. Stephen Mugwimi. It's good to have you. So we start. We have TTR's movies streaming as usual, locked in. I'll actually start giving giveaways to the people that are always here, just to motivate you. Yeah, man, we should have like 40 likes, because we're like 36 locked in. But let's give them some time. Maybe they want to see the value of this stream. That is my song. Actually, I did that song when I was 25 years old. That was like 5 years ago. It's called Knockbody. I'm gonna share the link. It's my song. So by the time some of you are learning these skills, will have known that song. Either way, it's a win for me and it's a win for you. Yeah, Future Trader, we are just checking. I want to see what's happening. So just to start on, I've said that today we don't have red folder. That means today is, it's not every day that is a trading day. So let us see what we have. Manze. Another chance for the merchants to win medal, yellow fresh red. It's good to have Marizona. Marizona has always been here. Gaki Marete has been very supportive. We have Swat Boy, Nikondakas, Trader Sam locked in. So I begin Maybe just before I continue, because the 930 has not yet delivered. I like doing my top down analysis after 930. There's a trade that I took yesterday. I think it's great if I showed you. Just before the stream ended yesterday, there was something I was looking at. You can see I still have the drawings here. I hope the music is not as loud. You can tell me to turn it down if it's a problem. I don't see any problem with me turning down the music, but you just tell me. You can see the trade that I had yesterday. I'm going to show you the entries. It reversed from there, and the continuation happened. So let me just remove it, just to review what happened yesterday, so that we see what we have today. Marvin locked in. Marvin Thenos, my great mentor. It's good to have you. Free source, hata like a mwezi mpewe. The problem of getting free stuff, sometimes people think it's a scam, but we do what we just have to do. So just to review what happened yesterday, remember the first thing I did yesterday is when I opened stream, I used my fib to check the dealing range from this high to this low. So around the 50% or the equilibrium level, you expect a retracement, or you sell from the premium key levels. So 950 at 10, we had some red folder. I think it was PMI, and then I could not get a trade at 950 macro because of the news. So what did I just do? At 1050, I marked this key level, this inversion fair value gap. You see, I just took my gun box like that. You can see the precision around the 0.75. I know the scale is inverted, but this is it. So you can see, so this happened at exactly. So if I drop down to the 1 minute time frame, just to explain what I saw and how I took that trade and why I took it. So 46 people locked in. We have UST, and then we have a guy from India. The stream is not clear to you. I don't know why. Patrick is locked in. So let me see. You can get some good internet connection so that you don't struggle with internet. So we have let me just show you. This is the key level. So the first thing that happened is we wait for price to hit high time frame key level. So if you are bearish, I'm supposed to look for the opposing side of liquidity. So definitely the price hit the high time frame key level, which was this inversion fair value gap, and then price did a low here and stopped it out. So that was a stop hand. So now where did the setup form? Let me just get these ones out, these ones, so that we don't have distractions. So I knew I was supposed to go bullish. So what did I do? I looked for the previous areas of resistance. So the macro was from 1050. You can see. So this is 1050 to 1110. All right. So that is it. So I just look for the previous area of resistance and wait for it to fail. So in this case, the advanced market structure shift was this fair value gap, and then the price came and closed above the fair value gap. That means it's that was the advanced market structure shift. So what I do, I use advanced market structure shift to make sure that my stop losses are not huge. So you can see from here, from the 50% level of the inversion to the low is like 20 pips. You can see, and then the price came inside the macro. That was at 1055. and then the price has been going bullish ever since. So that was yesterday's trade. Remember, when we have news at 10, we don't trade the 950 macro, we trade the 1050 to 1110. That was yesterday's trade. So Patrick is asking, Marvin, what are you anticipating on us today? I want to log in with you. What's up with this? Is there a problem with the connection? Let me see. Okay, let me check what's happening with the internet. Just give me a minute. Just a minute. Let me check what's happening. Let me see what's happening with the quality. Please let me know if the quality is better, so that you see clearly. Please let me know. Just a minute. Let me try to. Okay, let me see. Can you see the candles? I don't know. Let me see if I can. No, I'm not very good with these things. Let me just apply the default so that everybody sees the black. And we have this one as background. Yes. Jesus, what did I just do? Just give me a minute. No, I will put this. I'm going to use them like that, so that everybody sees. Actually, I use them as default. So we start now. I don't know why we are having these problems today, but I've never experienced this before. I wanna give you love, it feels so right. And in the meantime, you hold my heart. Just don't forget who you are. So let us see. So let me start now. Baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for life. So I'm having from the weekly time frame. From the weekly time frame, what do I see? I see that we still are having the bullish narrative from there. So we are having the fair value gap here. So it is currently pushing prices higher, as we said. That is why we are having this the bullish move. So if I check daily, what do I see? So daily we have this there's nothing clear on daily, but price has taken out the previous day high. So I want you to check something that is so important here. The price has taken out the previous day high and it has closed below. No, it has not. Yesterday it took out the X and closed inside with a body. That means we are supposed to continue bearish. So, but now that narrative is not always that 100%. So that is what I see on daily. And then we have taken out today's previous day high like that. That's why we are having the bearish move. If I check, what else do I see? You see this candle. What do you call this candle over here? Let me mark it. Price is actually reacting from this breaker. You see? That is why price is going below. And it has taken out the previous day high. Remember, today we don't have the red folder. So okay. Okay. I hope the network is okay. I hope you can see me clearly. I hope you can see me clearly. I've tried to do everything. I'm trying to reset the settings. I hope you can see me clearly. Okay. So we've said that price has taken out the previous day high. And remember, we have X, Y, and Z. Price took out X high and closed below. So that should tell us a bearish story. And then price has now taken out the previous day high like this and is going below. Remember, we have this key level here, which was an order block. The last sell before the price went bullish. You see, it went bullish and did a stop hunt or took out buy side liquidity. You see this one? So this was the buy side liquidity. So I can just do this. Okay. So we have that the buy side liquidity was taken. So that qualifies this one to be an order block. So this candle was supposed to push prices up. Instead, this candle came and closed below with a body. That means it's a breaker now. So we are having this one as a breaker. That is why we are seeing a sell happening. And remember, this was the buy side liquidity created inside this breaker. You see it? This is a breaker. The price generated a high and took it out. Actually, it has happened like 2 times. The first time the price yesterday generated on Monday. This was on Monday. Price generated a high, came, took it out, and sold. The same thing has happened, and this time price has actually gone up to the almost the 0.5 level or the main threshold level. You see. So price is actually, if I put my gun box like this, you see price is almost at the 50%. You can see what is happening. So that is why we are having this bearish momentum. So if I drop down to the lower time frame and try to catch the move, I can just remove this one now. I can just go maybe to 1 minute time frame. You can see the price is so aggressive on the sell. You see now why the price is going like that. Because we took out the previous day high. After taking out the previous day high, remember the previous day high is inside the breaker. You see? So what did we have? We have the price was not as clean here, but it actually delivered. The previous area of support was here. So the candles came, the price came and closed below with a body. This was where the displacement actually happened. So if the displacement happens, you wait for price to retrace up to the 0.5 level. You can put your short over here. This is how I frame my narratives. Okay. Right now, I'm not using any macro to explain, but I'm just explaining to you what is currently happening in price. So the price action was not as clean because there was a bit of you see what is happening. So the price actually went into a bit of drawdown, but the risk was not too much. The risk was like, let's say how many pips from here to the high. That was like 26 pips, and you can see the price is actually, you can see it is raining. So either way, I didn't take the trade because it was not aligned to any of my macros. And as you all know that today there is no red folder, so it's not the best that you'd expect. Okay, Gaki Marita says we're clear. It's good to have Gaki. Big up. She's watching from Arizona. So okay, that is it. That's what I see. So if I just Let me see if there's anything else here. Remember, this low here is a sell side liquidity inside a key level where we were. This was also a previous day low. You see this one. Remember, we said that when price when key levels have got liquidity inside, this is a low inside. Don't look at the fair value gap. Okay, don't look at the fair value gap. Look at the opposing side. You see, the inversion is what makes this one high probability. It's not the fair value gap that is currently there. It is the inversion on the opposing side. So we expect to price to maybe come take out this low, which was the previous day low, and then go up. As I've explained to you why price is currently selling. I hope, please, you understand that I'm not offering signals. I'm just assisting you to understand how price behaves. Okay, so just bear with me. Sometimes I may not give you the trades that you want, but I'm just here to make you depend on yourself, and that way we both win. So let me check what is happening. So I've said I cannot take a buy here, but there's something that is also very interesting here. But remember, price closed inside, swept the high and closed inside with a body. So that means we might continue bearish. But also there's the narrative here. Let me show you something. If I can just remove this marking here. This is a rejection. So we said that wicks are high time frame key level. Wicks are gaps. So you can see there is the 0.5 level of the wick. The price might decide to, react from the 0.5. Let me just put this mark here, 0.5 level. You see, so this is a 0.5 of rejection block. So if the price reacts from here, it's okay, but I've said I was expecting a bearish momentum. That is how I find my bias. I know there are so many people who are struggling with bias. You can see price took out the previous day high, and inside the previous day high we had the breaker. How is this a breaker? I will explain, and I'll continue explaining. This was the last sell candle before price went higher and took out liquidity. Price comes and closes above, and that's a sign that we are bearish. So that's what happened yesterday. Price generated a high inside a key level, took it out and sold. Today it took out yesterday's previous day high, which is around the 0.5 level, and that's why we are shorting it. So that is the narrative today that I see. So inside my macro, I expect maybe a trend continuation. If the sell is already active, there's a way you can. So why do you consider the inversion fair value gap instead of the fair value gap? So the reason is, I don't know how to explain it, but I'll find ways to explain to you why it is better for me like that. So remember, when we are expecting price to sell, when price is already selling like this, and you want to chase that price, you can actually use the dealing range. The dealing range. I'll answer the questions later. Let me just teach, and then I'll get to you later. Okay. So I might just wait for this. You see, the price to come up all the way up here, or look for a key level around here, and then continue selling. But price will just do whatever it wants. So let me just quickly check Nasdaq. You see. All right. I hope I'm loud and clear. So that is what I expect. So now, let me remind you that catching this type of trades that have not given people other entries here is so dangerous. Price might react from this fair value gap, but you see the price is also allowed to come all the way up here. You see, we have this fair value gap that price is currently reacting from. But remember, the price can decide to go all the way up to here because this is also an order block. You see? So if I take again the dealing range, just to make you understand, this is a trend. If you would cut, this would be a trend continuation from this high to this low. So price might see us react from here, but it also has a right to come all the way up to here, you see, and then continue selling. So if you've seen me do this a couple of times, you know that I like trading the reversal. So if I would catch this trade from here, That's how I feel more safe compared to catching it when it's going like this. Yes, I know this is a fair value gap, but also the price might decide to come all the way up to here. Why am I saying that? Because if you check the 15 minutes, we still have this, there was a breaker, we still have all this fair value gap. There's a fair value gap here. And price, can decide to come all the way up here and then continue lower. You see? So let me check what's happening on Nasdaq. Remember, mine is just to assist you to understand high time frame key level, not just assist you to get trades. So let's check Nasdaq and see what's cooking. Let us see what is cooking, or what we can cook. So what do we have? What do we have? What do we have? So I always start from the weekly, as always. I told you. So on weekly, what do I see? The price is also where we started on Monday when the price opened. We had the NWOG that the price was reacting from, and this order block as well. You can see the last sell before the price went bullish, sweeping buy side liquidity. This is also an order block. But again, here you see this is Monday's candle and Mondays. So that means this was actually an NWOG. See this gap that you see here. This was an NWOG. Price is getting support from there. So if I drop to daily, let me check what's happening. There's something I marked here. If I check from this high to this low, the dealing range, you work with dealing range so that you know where price is reacting from. You can see yesterday price actually got into this key level here. You see, no, not the key level, at the equilibrium area. I don't see anything apart from this. This is an NWOG as well. I didn't know if price came. No, price did not come there. But you see, the reason we sold was because price was already in premium. You see, but I would not sell. Just trust me, I wouldn't sell yesterday. I would just buy. And actually, I think the price bought according to how I saw it. So yesterday, what happened? If I was to try to generate today's or understand today's story, I have the previous day high price, took out XYZ, took out the high, and closed inside with a body. So I'm supposed to continue bearish. But if I just check the 4 hours time frame, what do I see? I want you to look here. What do you see? You see that price is not anywhere right now. The only key level that I see is this fair value gap here. So this is where I can look for a sell, or price can decide to continue selling. Remember, I don't take trades even on 1 hour time frame. I prefer taking trades on 4 hours so that I can even hold trades for as long as it plays out. So this is the only thing I see. This is also previous day low that is coupled to this. What do we have here? You see this one. This is an inversion. Price tapped it. So price can also decide to come all the way down here. So those are the 2 key levels that I see. Remember, I don't take trades even on 1 hour time frame. I have tried and tested this a couple of times and I get stopped out. But if I want to align with the bias, at least I want to be in line with 4 hours time frame. You can see also price closed inside here. So let me just watch. Let me just wait and see what happens. If I want to buy, I would buy from here. If I want to sell, I'd sell from up here. Okay, but I'm not going to take a continuation from here going up. I don't want to do that because I'll not have the cleanest of the setups that I like seeing. So 78 people locked in. So if you could take a minute, I don't have likes in this live. So if you feel like we are doing something good, it would be good if you just support us with your like. We are 78 people. We could have just 70 likes. It's so easy, man. So I'd appreciate if you just support us like that. Send us that like, or you can share the link. So that is what I expect. That is how I generate my bias. And yeah, let me just wait for the levels to be taken out if I'm supposed to engage in any trade. And even on Nasdaq, I know some of you might decide to trade inside the ranges, but if you really want to have the cleanest of the setups, just wait for high time frame key levels first of all to be engaged, and then you can put your trades. Okay, let us see. Let us see. Let us see what we have here. So remember, when you don't have a red folder, that is actually low probability. Let me measure this. I want to see why price reacted or violated this fair value gap and came all the way down here. I want to use this. Let me remove this one. This one. I want to understand why Nasdaq sold up to down here and not reacting from this fair value gap. Remember, we said that unfilled fair value gaps are actually targets. So let me see. Let me see why price came all the way up to there. If I measure yesterday's range, you see what happened. If I measure this low and the current high, the price actually yesterday came up to the 0.5 level, which is the equilibrium level. You see, that is why I'm telling you, you cannot get it wrong when you're using the dealing range. You see, price came at the equilibrium, generated a low, took it out, and it is reacting upwards. You see, the same thing. If you check on why price sold yesterday, you can just check the higher dealing range like this. Let me show you. From here to here, you just take this from this high. This is on 4 hours. Can you see what exactly happened? Price came at the equilibrium, which is the 50% level, generated highs, took them out, and then it's been reacting. You see? So that is the same reason why price actually bought. So you can customize your fib according to how it best works for you. Logged in Goalpost. Goalpost has been a very good supporter of mine on. He actually said if anyone tries anything, is going to be my. Goalpost is so good to have you. So let's continue. Let's continue. Let's continue. So you see why you can just use the fib to know the dealing ranges. You know, if you're supposed to buy, let it at least be in discount. If you want to sell, let it be in premium. Okay. And then there's something I told you about what price actually does. The kind of tells the price tells, or the stories that price gives you. If you can see here, price took out the low. Let me show you. These are you generate bias. Price took out this low and actually closed below. You see, there was a rejection, but still the price went bearish. You see, this is so good to note. No. So even if I would just also measure the daily range of this small candle like this 4 hours candle from this low, I want you to see the story behind what I'm telling you. First of all, understand that we knew that we were bearish. Look and see. We had this candle, swept the low, and closed below. That is a bearish story. So I want to buy in premium or at the 0.5. I want to sell at premium or at the equilibrium. Now, if you check these candles high, you see the 4 hours. And then you see the next candle actually reacted from the 0.5 level. You see, and it went bearish. You can use the same knowledge here, just using the dealing range to know where your price is actually going to. You see, we have that it's rejected from the equilibrium. So let's continue, see what's happening. Let me check what's happening. Remember, if I'm supposed to take any trade inside a macro, it is at a key level, and the best key levels are the ones that have liquidity inside. So this one does not does not have liquidity, but I like, so instead of using this fair value gap, I can decide to look at this inversion fair value gap. You see, so it is coupled around the fair value gap. So this is, I don't know if it's a BPR, but this one is what makes this fair value gap high probability, the inversion. This is how I frame my trades. Remember, we all have an edge that we follow. The merchants, you know, Melly. We've been doing this with Melly for a very long time. It's good to have Melly. It's good to have few G's. This guy should give us some money. Few G's. Should give us a couple of dollars. So let me check what's happening. You can see price is actually going below, as I told you. Remember, what did I mark? I marked these. You can see there's a bit of some consolidation here, around here. So we have this fair value gap that price is actually reacting from. But remember, we said that the price has also an option of coming all the way up to here. Why? If I use my dealing range, price has got a right to go all the way up and violate you. If I just do that, the price might decide to come all the way up here and then continue lower. But also, if you want to chase price but in a safer way, you see, this is a value gap that I had just marked. You see, price is going below. But this is when the macro is starting. So what we are having right now is what I like to call a breaker in a trend. You see? So this was the last sell candle. Let me show you. Let me remove all these drawings. I'll put them back. Let me show you something. You know, there are people who always want to chase price. So if you want to catch this trade, there's two ways that you can do this. You see this fair value gap up here. You can wait for price to come and take out this high. This is also a trend continuation. I would call this a chart also entry. So the price might decide to come take out this high, sell, or you can just use the ICT's knowledge to, just react from the fair value gap. You see, you can react from here, and then there's also the option of just waiting for price to come to all these key levels. So you can see, so after this fair value gap, what else do I see? I see, I don't know if you should call it mitigation block or a breaker in a trend, but you see the last sell candle before the price got into a fair value gap. I like calling this the breaker in a trend. So the price might decide to come in here, go out. There are three ways you can trade this. Price goes inside the fair value gap and plays out like it's playing out. And also you can wait for price to generate a high inside a key level, come take it out, then go down. And then you can also react from here. So all this depends with your model. You see? So the model that works for you, sometimes it might just react from the fair value gap. Other times it will come, remove the high, and then continue lower. So it is, but the one that works best for me is the one that generates highs and then takes them out and continues. That is the one that works best for me. It's the one that I don't expect to fail. Whenever we have stop ants, that is when price moves faster. You see. So we have actually hit the like button. It's good to have actually. This is Wayne. I think this is Wayne, right? Kimu, how do you frame the dealing range? Okay, pretty daisy, it's good to have you. And then we have, I'm going to be explaining all these things. So I'm just asking you to do something very simple for me. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. That's so simple. You could help me with that. You could actually take a bold step and you can just copy the link and share with your friends. You could assist someone who is actually struggling to find buyers and understanding price. So this is it. Let me see what's happening. If I check, let me mark so that I explain the question on dealing range. There's someone who asked a question about dealing range. I hope you don't get tired the more I keep explaining. So just before that, let me see if price has gotten into this 0.5 level of the week. Let me see. Yes, you can see price almost got into the 0.5. So we could actually buy from here, but let's just wait and see. We are inside macro. Price has gotten to around the 0.5 level. So it might actually go up or just come down and take out this low. So just to answer the question on dealing range, let me see. To answer the question on dealing range. So why would price, let me start actually from weekly so that I explain on bias. I realize so many people are struggling with bias. So when price opened on Monday, this is what you saw. If you want to be deeper into details, we have this fair value gap. That's the first thing. No. I should explain using Nasdaq. There's a scenario on Nasdaq that I saw. It's something I saw on Nasdaq that I would use very well to explain. Okay, let me explain this way. So Nasdaq. So this is what happened on Nasdaq when the week opened. You see this week, This is the week. You see, it's a high time frame week. We said that weeks are gaps. I hope you can see my screen clearly. If we mark this week like this, I put it there and here. You see what happened? Price, when this week's price opened, it got into the 0.5 level. Weeks are gaps. These are areas of inefficiencies. Remember, we said that if the price is not filling gaps, it is clearing liquidity, or the opposite. If it is not sweeping, it is doing whatever it's doing. So you can see price actually opened on Monday and got into the 0.5. If I drop down to daily, this is what happened. Not exactly daily. Let me check 4 hours. That's why you frame the bias actually better. We know that we were bullish because we are from our key level. So what happened on Monday, just by using the candles story, let me show you. So we had this candle that around the 0.5. We had this candle, this low. We have this low. So this was a sell side liquidity inside the I think the N. So price took it out. Notice what happened. The price closed inside with a body. So if it closes inside with a body, it is giving us a buy signal. So we target the high. You see, you can target this high over here. And then what happens next? Look at this candle. Price takes out the high and closes above. You see, it closes. I'm repeating this because I know not everyone understands it in just one day. The price closes above. You see, the target is this high, and then the same thing happens. Price still closes above and closes and goes higher. Sweeps the high, closes above. The same thing goes on and on. That is why I'm still explaining why price still sold in this candle. Price took out this low. This is on 4 hours. You see, bias is everything, not just entries. Price takes out this low, closes below. That is why we had this strong sell. Why did the price not continue selling? It's because we had the dealing range theory. If you check from up here to down here, price had already filled the, gotten to the 0.5. So if you expect anything in discount, if you're already in discount, you now start buying. You see, which is the key level? The key level is this inversion fair value gap. You see it? You see this one? 1, 2, 3. Price comes and closes above. Comes in, goes out. You see? That is the reason why we were buying. So that is the question on dealing range. Let me see what's happening on US30. Let me see what is that exactly happening. So we have 77 people. Thank you for being here. I'll appreciate your likes. How did you know which fair value gap? Oh, okay. How do you know which fair value gap will be respected or hold price? There's something I told you. High probability key levels are the ones that have got liquidity inside. You see? High probability key levels are the ones that have got liquidity inside. If I check 4 hours on US30, let me remove all these drawings. I don't mind. On US30, let me check. Is it 4 hours? It's supposed to be daily. Let me check. So if I'll use this example using a fair value gap and also it's the same. You see, a fair value gap is also a key level. I'll just explain to you using key levels. In this case, what the current price action that is happening. I want you to look here and see this last sell candle before the price went bullish. So it's a valid order block because it swept buy side liquidity. If an order block, an area cannot be an order block if it doesn't sweep liquidity. You see? So these are liquidity inside, like that. So this qualifies this last sell candle to be an order block. You can use this information even for fair value gaps. So notice what happens. The price comes, once it closes below, it becomes a breaker. So a breaker breaker inakuanga mostly, breaker is a failed order block. Okay. So just to explain on this why the scalps on the sell have been happening, you see on Monday price comes, reacts from the lower quadrant. You see, price generates a high and then takes it out. So when you see price reacting from, when I call the lower quadrant, what do I mean? What do I mean on the lower quadrant? If I subdivide this area like this, you can see price came at the lower quadrant of this level. You see, of the order of the breaker. So I know this is like an institutional re-entry. So what does price do? If price generates liquidity inside a key level, this is the key level. I'm not looking at this fair value gap. I'm looking at the opposing side. So price generates a high, comes and takes it out. You see? So that's a high probability key level. Price comes, takes it out. Let me remove the remaining drawings. I'll keep removing and adding them. So I had this high, Monday's high, which was the previous day high. Price takes it out and went bearish. Okay. And then what happens again? Price still comes yesterday. The previous day high is still inside this key level. You see, this is the key level. Price takes it out, and that's why we're having a very strong sell happening. So all these concepts, you can't just use an order block or a fair value gap. You also need to use a dealing range. You see, you need to use dealing range, you know, the fib retracement, and also understanding that when price generates a high or a low inside the upper quadrant or the lower quadrant, the price will come back there and at least get into the main threshold. You see, that is why we are seeing we are having a very there's a good sell that happened because price was almost at the 0.5. That is why this sell was actually very aggressive. And then I've marked this week. I have marked this week on 4 hours, and I've told you that price is likely to react from there. You see, so we had this week here, but the price has not gotten to the 0.5. But now there's something different that is happening here. I want you to see price has closed below this low, so we might continue lower. This is how I know that the trade will continue going or not. You see, that is it. That is it for me. That's how I like looking at price. Okay, my friend from the Harpreet, please explain XAU USD bias from weekly to 1 hour time frame if possible. Let me try for you. Let me try. I don't trade gold, but I'm going to check it for you. I don't mind. But let me see if price actually does something here. So I have this area here. I want to see if there was a setup that was formed. But remember, today we didn't have red folder, so it's quite messed up. So there was a setup that was formed here. I want to see if price is likely to go below, but let me see if this one pushes higher. But remember, today we didn't have any red folder. That makes it today a low probability day. If this is supposed to play out, the price has generated a low inside an inversion fair value gap. You see? So let's just wait and see what happens. Remember also what I told you. If this is supposed to be a sell continuation, I like seeing if you're supposed to continue lower. You see, you know, price will always form setups on both sides of price. I said that the price, you might decide to react from a fair value gap. You can see we have it here. Then number two, you wait for price to sweep a high. You see, it's something I showed you. Wait for price to sweep a high inside this. This is the highest probability. You see, takes out a high and then reacts to the sell side. So there are people who are selling here and there are people who are buying here. But the bias is going to win. We're going to see who is stronger. You see. Let me see. Let me check gold. There's someone asking about gold. XAU USD. Where is it? Oh God. This pair has shown people dust. Let me try to explain this one. Let me see. If I start from weekly, this is not my area, but I believe I could be having information that could assist someone. So on weekly time frame, what you can see on gold is quite some bit of consolidation. So when we have this type of consolidation on, it means you can just scalp in between what is happening. So there's something interesting that happened actually. If you can just use the narrative that we've talked about, this was the last week, XYZ. So we had this low, price comes, takes out this low, there's a strong rejection, and then the price closes inside. That is why you see this week has been actually buying. I hope you see that clearly. So the price took out this low. So I take out, I mark this one as X low. So the next candle is actually Y, and then the current is Z. So X, Y is, the story is, there's a rejection closed inside, meaning that we are going bullish. That is why you're seeing this going higher. And then when you drop to, let me drop down to daily time frame. Let me drop down to daily time frame. If I drop down to daily time frame, what do I see? Let me just get back the low so that I know where I am at. I think my network is messed up, but Moaz, why are you laughing? Bora unacheka. Gold imeonyesha mambo mjaiona. This gold will take you home even without prayer. You need to fear this space. What's happening in my internet, but let's see. Let me see what's happening. Let me see. So I've marked out this excess low. So price took it out. So I can just drop down to daily. What happened on daily? What are we seeing? Okay, let us see. So after it took out the low, this was a break actually. Price has not come back there. Price went. You can just use this narrative of ours. You see, so price took out the high, closed above. You can see the next day went bullish, and actually the next day, which was yesterday. You see, but now what see gold selling right now? Look at the beautiful story that we are seeing here. If you just use this narrative, look at the PDH. You see the problem inside with the body. That is why you're seeing this sell. That is the best way I can explain to you how to do the analysis or how to explain bias. You see, why is it selling right now? It's because it took out the high and closed inside. You see, that is why it's selling. So maybe if you drop down to the, is there a lower time frame? Yeah, this is daily. Let me check 4 hours. What actually happened? So on 4 hours, what do I see? So I want you to look at this. Around the previous day highs, why it closed below. We had this candle here. These down close candles, a couple of them, before price. So there's something that we've said. Wait for price to generate liquidity inside a key level, like this. This was an order block. And then price violated it once there was this displacement. So after every displacement, there's something that we call a retracement. This was a retracement to this level. So what exactly happened? You can see this high. The price, first of all, I said if price generates a high like this and reacts bearish, just know that price will come back there. If you just take the fib like this, you see the fib, you can see price reacted from the lower quadrant actually. The lower quadrant of the breaker, you see. So price, you see this lower quadrant, it didn't get to the 0.25 exactly, but the lower quadrant. So this is what I like calling an institutional re-entry. Know that price will come back there, and that's what exactly happened. Price came, took it out, and is reacting from the 0.5 level of the breaker. This is a breaker block. Like that. No? Price comes in, and then it's been going bearish. And then now we have not confirmed that we are bearish on 4 hours exactly because the break has not been formed. But what we are currently having is this inversion. You see this inversion fair value gap is what we are having. That is just how I'll do this. Yeah. Unless you have another question, I may not be the best person to help. Thanos says there was a good trade on Nasdaq. So you can see actually US30. is also reacting very beautifully. As I told you, price will react from will feel the you see the week that I showed you. Is this the week? The week the week is a gap. That is why you're seeing this bullish. So if you drop down to the lower time frame, I told you price will form setups on both sides of price. Okay, look at what is actually happening. So what did price do? When it got almost to the 0.8, there was an advanced market structure shift, what I showed you. This is it. And then price comes, you see, price comes and generates low level. Put your stop loss below and price actually going, you see. So the narrative behind the buy is not just about the breakout or the inversion. How many pips are this? Let me see. This is like 104 pips. These are very good. These are actually a retirement plan. If you can be able to understand this narrative on high time frame, just leave alone the trades on lower time frame. I know I may not be I might not give you that signal because it's you to look for an edge by yourself. So these 100 pips in just how many minutes, my friend, can win like it's how many minutes? 8 minutes, and the price is going higher. Remember, we said that unfilled fair value gaps are actually targets. You see, remember we said that the price actually, now the problem with the trend continuation sell that I was telling you about, price has got a right to come back all the way up to here, you see, and sell bearish. So now if you take the reversal, or that's why I actually prefer the reversal more than the trend continuation. I hope you understand. So if you are new to this stream, you can just go back to the where we started so that you grasp every concept that comes. I don't check USD JPI Frederick, but you can use the concept to get there. Gold is getting supported by the daily inversion fair value gap. Yeah, you could check. Let me see Nasdaq. Our friends from Nasdaq. Nasdaq. What the hell is this? So me, I didn't check an entry on Nasdaq. Let me see. Let me see what's happening. So with Nasdaq, I said I would try to do a sell from here, but I wouldn't buy from here because there's nothing that I would see there. But remember, we got into the 0.5 level here. That is where you're having this reaction up to the high. So remember that if a liquidity becomes not low probability, it is not high probability. You see. So let's see what happens if the price continues higher or lower. I'm marking this inversion fair value gap. Price has tapped the lower quadrant. Let's see if it's gonna go up or it's just going to go down. Yeah, let's check what gold is happening. Gold is doing. There's someone that needed to know what gold is doing. So we have I'm tempted to check gold, but it's okay. I don't trade gold though. I think I need to do something about my network. So why are you saying this? More saying gold is getting supported by daily inversion fair value gap. Daily. Let me check daily. I think the only thing I see on daily is the what is the inversion? This one. Moaz. Where is the daily inversion? Are you talking about this one? This one that push prices higher. You know, there is this inversion here. That price closed above and got going up. It has not, I don't see any other thing. But if you check 4 hours, I think there is an order block over there on gold. There's a 4 hours order block. So remember, mine is just to help you with insights so that you can be able to depend on yourselves. So we have this order block. You see, why is this an order block? but it's a mitigated order block. So the last higher, it actually swept liquidity here. That is why I tell you we had this low, this one price got support, went higher. So I don't see anything on 4 hours on gold. This is just pure consolidation for me. So if I was the one buying from here, I'd be safe, but not here. Yes, it's buying, but now I don't see any story behind all this buying right now. I just know there's a fair value gap. There's an order block that was here, and the price actually delivered liquidity after getting support from here. You see? So this order block push prices high and took out the external range liquidity. That is why you're having this sell. But I would not say the current buy is responsible because of this order block. At least it would be responsive if it took out this sell side and then went higher. But I wouldn't say the current candle that is actually buying is because of this order block. At least if it swept the liquidity. I don't know, maybe my network is messed up today. I don't know. I'm not sure. Let me continue. Okay. So maybe to go to just check, I'll keep explaining why price is doing whatever it's doing. That's how you generate your own model. So just to explain what is happening currently, the first thing we said, the buy that happened was because of this week that was here. But then there's also a sell that is happening. Let me show you something. It could be a re-entry, but you're the one who knows how to frame your analysis. I have this low, price comes, closes below, giving a sell story. Okay, so if I check the dealing range on 1 minute time frame, what exactly happened the other time? I told you can sell a continuation. It's mostly probability. Honestly, my network is messed up. My network is so messed up. Just forgive me. I hope it will last long. I don't know why it's so messed up. So if you are in this stream when we are starting, there's something I said. If you check the low that we marked, the dealing range, how to use dealing range to your advantage. What I did is I marked this low. You see, I told you price has got a right to come all the way to the 50% and have a reaction. Yes, you might have this buy, but it could be a retracement. But again, it has delivered at the 100 pips. You see, that's a good buy. Both setups. But now the problem with this sell that is happening, I told you might sell from this fair value gap and then go below. But then again, we have this high. You can take out the high, go below. But then we have also this one. You see, the one at the 50%. So the best thing is for you to know which trades do you take. Do you take the reversal patterns? Do you take the trend continuation? Which one is high probability for you? You see, that is it. You knows what works for you. Which risk are you okay with? You see, because I wouldn't take this sell, to be honest, because the sell, because the problem is now if I put my stop loss, if I put my entry here to sell the first time from the fair value gap, let me show you. If I put a short position from here, from this fair value gap, yes, it's normal to have the stop loss above there. But now, what about these unfailed fair value gaps? They could also be used as targets. That's why I prefer mostly the reversal patterns. The reversal patterns have got a more defined. You see, if I would take this long from here, I'm quite certain that if the price goes below this low, I'm cooked. You see, I'm cooked because I know if it goes below here, I'm cooked. But now on this sell, the trend continuation is is something that doesn't favor me. Yes, I might get lucky and get a good sell, some good pips, but other times it might decide to go all the way up there and now sell properly. You see, that's how I found something that works for me, and I get to avoid the others. As many as there are so many other setups, I choose to avoid them. Marvin will explain that concept tomorrow, you know. We'll be hosting him casual, but let me check. Just a minute, let me check my internet.
So nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nitang'ang'ana na kama bado time nitakazana, yeah yeah. Nitapambana na kama bado time nitapull over, yeah yeah. Over, yeah yeah. Just hold me tight, I move you right. Nita feel so nice. Move your body, nikona money I will spend on you. Find it a fight kama kuna msana waste time. Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song get your clothes and feel my warmth. No to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortune, now we can play like a dummy. Say, hey, nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song get your clothes and feel my warmth. No to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortune, now we can play like a dummy. Say, the way that you whine it, girl, I can't believe how I'm black, girl. Come on, mood, don't you mind it? You love me, no way did you want it, baby. Baby, give me love for tonight. You got me tripping every night, me stay for the night. Walking a good summer love. It takes over me, my soul and my mind. Pinna Juanita King, baby girl. I wanna give you love, it feels so right. And in the meantime, you hold my heart. Just don't forget who you are. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nitang'ang'ana na kama bado time nitakazana, yeah yeah. Nitapambana na kama bado time nitapull over, yeah yeah. Just hold me tight, I move you right. Nita feel so nice. Move your body, nikona money I will spend on you. Find it a fight kama kuna msana waste time. Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song get your clothes and feel my warmth. No to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortune, now we can play like a dummy. Say, hey, nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song get close and feel my warmth. Not through the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortuna, make a play like a dog. Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song get close and feel my warmth. Not through the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortuna, we can play like a dummy. Say, the way that you whine it, girl, I can't believe how I'm lucky, girl. Come on, mood, don't you mind it? You love me, no way did you want it, baby. Baby, give me love for tonight. You got me tripping every night, me stay for the night. Walking a good summer love. It takes over me, my soul and my mind. I feel like I need a king, baby girl. I wanna give you love, it feels so right. And in the meantime, you hold my heart. Just don't forget who you are. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for a lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for a lifetime. Nitangangana, na kama bado tai nitakazana, yeah, yeah. Nitapambana, na kama bado tai nitapull over, yeah, yeah. Just hold me tight, I move you right. Nita feel so nice. Move your body, nikona money I will spend on you. Fight nita fight kama kuna msana waste time. Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song get close and feel my warmth. Not to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortuna, we can play like a dummy. Say, nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for a lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for a lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for a lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for a lifetime. Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song get close and feel my warmth. Not to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortuna, we can play like a dummy. Say, the way that you whine it, girl, I can't believe how I'm lucky, girl. Come on, mood, don't you mind it? You love me, no way did you want it, baby. Baby, give me love for tonight. You got me tripping every night, me stay for the night. Walking a good summer love. It takes over me, my soul and my mind. I feel like I need a king, baby girl. I wanna give you love, it feels so right. And in the meantime, you hold my heart. Just don't forget who you are. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for a lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for a lifetime. Nitangangana, na kama bado tai nitakazana, yeah, yeah. Nitapambana, na kama bado tai nitapull over, yeah, yeah. Just hold me tight, I move you right. Need to feel so nice.
We are actually back. That was a matrix attack. Just to finish on what I was explaining. Just to finish on what was happening. Just. Oh my god! This is interesting. That was a matrix attack. Thank you for being here. Let me explain what exactly has been happening. Actually, this is what happened today, and I'm happy that it has happened so that I'm able to explain to you. So I'll start on 4 hours time frame again, explain to you what exactly I meant. No, on daily. So we had this breaker. You know this breaker, the last. So we have this breaker. Price generates a high inside, takes it out, closes below. You see now I can remove the breaker because you've seen it on daily. So again I check the X and Y, and we have X price. X is on Monday, yesterday is Y, and then today is Z. Okay, we use 3 candles to predict bias. So price takes out the high and closes inside. That is why we see today we are expecting bearish. Okay, and remember the power of 3. You have to you sell above the opening price, buy below. So we had this breaker. Price comes, sweeps the high, the previous day high. That's why it's selling. You see, that was the bias. I have showed you the entry. If I check 4 hours time frame, I hope I'm audible. I hope I'm audible. Please tell me. Please tell me on the comment if you can hear me.
Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love.
Wacha nitoe ngoma. Sorry. Sorry, sikuwa nakumbuka I had the music on. Sorry. So I said something that is so interesting on US30. So the price came, took out this low and closed below with the body. That is actually why I was expecting this bearish move. You see? So if I just take my dealing range again like this, I measure the high and the low. Can you see what has actually happened? Around the 0.5 of the current candle, the price has gone to the 0.5 and it has actually taken out this low. That's very interesting. If you drop down to the 1 minute time frame and see the setup that had actually had formed, the setup was here. Let me show you. After it took out the previous day high, there was a setup that formed here. I think it formed actually earlier. I don't know. This is Wednesday. This is supposed to be today. So this was a setup, the inversion, the fair value gap got violated. You see. So the price was bearish. So now when it's a trend continuation, I've given you several ways to catch a trade when it's on continuation. So the first thing you do, you measure from the high that it came from to the low that it created using a fib like this. You see, and then put the low like that. You see, so if I want to catch a trend continuation without chasing price, I can wait for price to rebalance up to the 50%, and then I can have the short. So remember, this is a very risky affair, the trend continuation come easy, because price has got a right to go up here, but you see you can always have extra confirmations. So how do I like to? So that is the first way to do this. I told you price will come up to here. There's this order block. I hope you see this order block. It's the key level. This is the key level. Price came here, went below. Scenario number 2, because when 950 was forming, price was here. We had this fair value gap that was here. You see this fair value gap. I really hope my sound is back so that you don't get messed up. Please tell me if you can hear me. Please, so that we don't get lost. So the second scenario is selling from the fair value gap. You see there are a couple of pips. And then now the smart money knows that you have your stop losses above here because you had sold from the fair value gap. That is why the price comes, generates a high inside the key level, sweeps it. You see? That is when it formed a new setup to buy. There will be both setups. There will be setups on both sides of price. It is easy to make a decision framing your analysis from high time frame. So it delivered 100 pips up to here. But remember now, there is something that is, I told you, high probability key levels are the ones that have liquidity. So Having known that, we know now that we have this order block. So which is the liquidity inside the order block? It is this high. So you see now why price is aggressively going below. So this is the high inside this small candle that looks like a cross. You see, there is actually another pattern that is known as three dive. Price takes out the first high, the second, and the third. That actually happens a lot. So that is how I would frame my analysis. Let me check Nasdaq. Mine is just to assist you to understand how actually price behaves. If you're here for the signal, I might not be the right person for you. I hope you understand that. 60 people on stream. So I hope you're assisting me the likes. Just know that this is not financial advice. Okay. This is not financial advice. We just try. We're doing this for entertainment purposes. Okay. So I said something on Nasdaq. Let me see if it's in play. If I just measured the 4 hours, I would not take the continuation, but I would take the sell because I just like being the first person to buy or to sell so that I don't have problems with the stop hands. But even if you're let me see how you would catch this by continuation. If you'd catch it, let me check on high time frame, on 1 hour time frame. So the thing is, you can see we had the first thing that we had is this fair value gap that was here. There's a small fair value gap that was here. So what actually happened is very simple. Price, you see, I'm not looking at this fair value gap. Let me just be honest. I'm looking at the opposing side. So once the price came and closed above, it became advanced market structure shift. You see? So now this was a retracement. So this was formed at 6. So anything that happened at 9:30 happened in between here. You see? So now this is it. Let me check the dealing range from this high to this low. See how you'd know the price will react from here. I take my fib again from this low to the current high. Can you see anything in this count around below the 50% is a key level that price can react from. So now, see, that's why I would not buy Nasdaq because price was already in play. So I don't have, I like being the first person to. So, but if you wanted the trend continuation, because you knew that price is reacting from this inversion down here, you just wait for 15 minutes. When 9:30 delivers and does a stop at when price does a stop at 15 minutes key level, you can now be confident on your trend continuation. So when was 9:30 delivery? It was around here. So you can see price had come back to this order block. Honestly, I would not take that buy. This is not what I like trading. This is what I like calling low probability for me. I would not take this buy because yes, I can see this order block price has come. I'm not the first person to buy. I'm not having the best conditions to buy. So that is me. That is how I like doing it. But again, I've said high probability key levels are the ones that have got liquidity inside. For example, this low inside this other key level takes it out, and then the aggressive move. So that's how you avoid being chopped. Okay, so let me see what is happening on this pair now. You can see it's doing magic. So if you're just using the narrative, you can win. You can win if you sold from here from the fair value gap. You could win if you took this up to down here. You know, these are so many pips. You see, if you use this order block, is the music still on? How is the music still on? Oh my God. Today, I don't know what's up. I don't know. Just forgive me. Today, there's so many problems. But it's okay. We just continue. You know, these are the market makers. Sometimes sending, sending attacks on me directly, mentally. Okay, okay. So let us see. Let us see. Let us see what's happening. I've put the music down. I've lowered the music. I hope the music is no longer there. Yeah. So that's how I like framing my bias. Okay. So the trend continuation, you'd still make 100 pips. The reversal from the 0.5, you still make 100 pips. Yeah, it's a win for everybody, but you have to now to know what are you trading exactly. So, but those that trade the macros, I would buy because there was an inversion that was created here. There was an inversion that was created and then went high. That is the only trade I would take. Honestly, I would not take this sell for the reasons I've given you. Okay. So again, you can see we are having a very strong bullish move. Let us see. Okay. Who is the market maker today? Ni Thanos, umeliquidate Nasdaq. Trader squids. You have been liquidated. Thanos was pushing the markets from that side. I think he got your money. Thanos Thanos has liquidated those people. Okay, interesting stuff. So let us see what happens. We just wait and see. But I would honestly, confidently, I wouldn't take any trade on Nasdaq. But we are reacting from this fair value gap currently. Yeah, and then there's another rule that I have. Let me tell you about this rule. So, for example, we have this fair value gap. So price reacts from it, and actually does this is how I avoid getting chopped. If the price delivers like this, you see how many pips are this on Nasdaq? Let's say you sell from the next candle to down here. This is 81 pips. If it comes back, I don't get a re-entry. I don't like getting a re-entry because it might be, if it delivers without giving a proper entry like this one, you see from now the inversion. I don't take re-entries for the reasons I've given you. It has delivered to a certain key level, like taking out this sell side liquidity. So that's why you're seeing this. So if it comes back, I don't take re-entries because it's actually outside macro. You see, it has already reacted. So it has delivered in short. So that is how I stay out of low probability conditions, and that's how I avoid getting chopped. Okay. So let us see what happens. Let me go back to gold. There are more waves is a gold. She's a deep state person over there. She trades gold. So gold is actually going higher. I don't know why. I don't know why. Yeah. But actually, if you'd use the internal range to external, but price delivered. So I think I have no case on gold. I would not advise anything on gold. Let me just go back to my pair, the one that I'm used to. So I've showed you all the instances that anyone would win. Even after the setup got violated, after the buy got violated, we are seeing something else happening. You see this low, it got violated, and if you were holding for 200 pips, you would not have made any money. But now there's something interesting that is happening right now. Price is still reacting from the 0.5 level. You see, that is what is currently happening. That is the only thing I'm seeing, nothing else. So we have this. You see now, That is what is happening. Treat these weeks as gaps. You can scalp in between sometimes, you know. But I'm not telling you to. Whenever you're not sure about the conditions, you're not supposed to trade for a longer time. So if you have any questions, I think I can be able to answer the questions. So Marvin says, I bought on 1 hour fair value gap and exited. Marvin, did you buy from there's a level that I saw, on Nasdaq. I think the trade, if I'm not wrong, the trade came earlier. Are you talking about this key level that I was showing about? I was showing people. There is this level here. This fair value gap, the internal range to external range. You see, this actually happened at 6. So if you were waiting on New York to buy the continuation, you'd be cooked because you're not the first person to buy from here. But the one who took the trade earlier, I think Matano is talking about this H1 fair value gap over here, or the inversion. You can actually use the inversion of the fair value gap, and you can see it's a beautiful reaction to the buy side. You see, so I think if you have some questions to ask, this is the time. So I don't know how many likes we have. I don't know how many likes we have. I don't know how many likes we have. I don't even know if that is the correct English. 57 people have liked. So thank you a lot. Thank you for the support. Let us continue watching price for some time. Tomorrow we will be inviting Marvin for another session. He's always been of so much support to us. So this is how you survive in the tough market conditions. You might not find a fair value gap, but you will find an area of an inefficiency like this one. You see? You can see. I would really encourage everyone to use this gun box so that you have precision. You see? You can have precision. You can the best reaction always comes from the 0.5. And then the last line of defense is the 0.75. You see? Yeah. This is the last line of defense. You can also get a reaction from here. Because sometimes you wait for lows to be taken out and they're not taken out. You see? Yeah. Yeah. Unless you have a question to ask, I'm happy to assist. I'm happy to talk about it. So let us see. But now, unfortunately, with the buy that is happening, it is very difficult to catch the trade that is actually in play because number one, there is no macro that is here. There is the ICT macros. So the DMs are crazy. So let me explain something. There are macros that are not ICT. Okay, I want you to know that there are macros that are not ICT. So, for example, if you see this is the 50% level where it is. This was nearly the 50%, but this got into the 50% of the week. This is actually the 50%. So there are macros. Let's say we had the 950, 950 to 10, 10. That's 950 to 10, 10. And then we have other macros. This is called a Hydra macro. These are 1020 to 1040. Let me tell you something. You see, the 950 macro mostly is a reverse, is a trend continuation macro. But these easy macros hapa katikati 1020 to 1040, 1120 to 1140, these are not ICT macros. But these ones can be very good for reversals, trust me. That is why I told you there are macros in PM session. There's a macro that we call the 110. I know you'll dispute this. That's okay, but it works for me. I don't need, you know, there's the 110 to 1. Is it 110 to 140? Yes. Yeah. There's this macro on PM session. This is also a reversal macro. It happens. I've seen it a couple of times. I've seen it actually more than a year, and it happened. So if you took the, let's say you are sticking by the buy that was happening, and then you got taken out. So you could have a, if you wanted to do a re-entry. I don't know what's happening today. Today I'm having so many. I don't know what. So we have this low here that was taken out. You see this low. So I don't advise when price delivers. You see now, the thing is, if you got in here, it delivered. If it came in, don't go in. I said I don't take second entries. If it takes me out of break even, I just wait for the next setup. So because it got to the 0.5 level clearly and formed another setup. Can you see the setup? These sell candles, there's this buy candle. You see it's a small one. This last buy candle here, before price went bearish and took out this small loan, came closed above, goes in, goes out. You see, this trade happened inside 1020 to 1040. I'm sure this is not an ICT, because you realize that I'm even using the what do you call it, the CRT to frame my bias. I don't follow these things on to letter. So that's how they get to work for me best. Please, I don't use the first presented. Marvin will assist you on that. I don't use that one, but Marvin will be able to explain to you what that first presented fair value gap is and how you can use it. So there's someone that was asking about gold. Oh my god, I'm getting crazy DMs. So XAU USD, there's something I've said. There's something that is so interesting here. Let me see if it works here. We have this week, which is a rejection, but unfortunately, this week did not sweep liquidity. I want you to look at this. We had this week on gold because these are high time frame weeks. Let me check out this week. You can see price went almost to the last line of defense and then reacted, went below. And then we have, I think this thing doesn't work very well on gold. I think I'm not the best person to advise anyone on this because the price is currently reacting from the 0.5. I have not tested this on gold, please, but I can see prices got at the 0.5 of the week. So I don't know if this is going to play out or not, but I've told you my opinion. But my bias was just because price took out the PDH like this and closed inside. That is why there was a sell. So I would not still buy, because also you can see there's this rejection from here from a week as well. You can see around the 50%. We are having a buy that is happening. So I think this is like more of a consolidation. But also I wanted to see if the price closes today, we'll have trend line liquidity. You see this one. This one is a sign that price will come back and take. This is a very strong target if the price closes here below. I think I'm not be able to assess gold as much, but that's what I would see. Again, I've said that on 4 hours, I would not also buy because yes, it is buying, but now the order block was already mitigated. But again, we are reacting from there's an interesting key that I showed you here. We had this breaker. Can you see this breaker? This is the last sell before price went bullish. Price came close below. This is a retracement. Price generates a high. So today I wouldn't buy gold. I would have sold when it was selling because this was the previous day high inside a breaker. So that is why the sell happened. Again, I would not buy because why? We had an order block here. The last sell before price went bullish. So the order block got mitigated. So I would buy from here and wouldn't buy from here because it has not taken out this sell side liquidity. Those are my rules. Price must sweep some significant level of liquidity. That is why I would sell from here because price took out the high inside the breaker. I don't see the order block. I see the breaker. I see the opposing side. That's how it works for me. So that is what I would do. And the best macro is the 950 to 1010 always. That one works miracles. Trust me. That one works miracles. 950 to 1010 is a killer. And it works not on gold, but on these indices like Nasdaq, you know. So, just maybe before I finish, I can repeat whatever I've been saying. So that Tycoon says, the best thing you need to work hard, fail, learn, backtest, and apply until you get it right. Marvin amekuwa ana trade same model since 2020. Lot of merchants has been on the market for years. Yes, exactly. This doesn't just happen in a day. You know, there's someone that DM'd me and said that I should just look for a macro, look for a breaker. You know, you'll find breakers and they will get violated. It's impossible to get all this information in just a day. That is why you think I'm not telling you to take trades with me because I'm taking them from my phone, but I cannot tell you to take a trade because I'm not feeding you. I'm helping you analyze and be able to know why is the price doing this and not doing that. You see, I'm able to explain what exactly is happening and why is it happening. You see, so at least today you've known about the. I think you've known. Oh my God. Tycoon is speaking a lot of truth. You can't get this concept in just a day. Someone wants to get it all in just it's not possible. You need to practice this for more than 600 days. You know, I've been looking for breakers since 2023 and I've blown like 30 accounts. That is practically the truth. Okay. So Gakimarete says, Tycoon trader, we've been in the trenches. We tell yeah. Shout out to my friend from Arizona, Gaki. So I think that is it. If you have some questions to ask, why I took certain trades and why I did what I did, but I've been able to explain all the scenarios that would have been possible today. I'll do that in just a minute again, so that I make sure that you grasp the whole concept, and then we can end the stream. Let me explain one small, just to make sure that you grasp this concept. Okay, nice. So let me see on US30. You remember this is my pair, this is my level, this is my thing. So I said if I would start on daily time frame, I have let me tell you something, Steven. Let me tell you something, Steven. I have never looked at DXY for more than a year and a half, and I've won many trades. Maybe your problem is checking the DXY. You might decide to avoid the DXY and you'll do better actually. But I won't check it just because I know the damage that does. Are there specific times to take NQ and DAO trades during London session? Yes, there is the silver bullet. The silver bullet is between 3 to 4. You see, 3 to 4. And then you can have the 350 to 410 macros. You don't trade from 2. The London starts from 2 to 5, but you can trade from 3 to 4. Look for a trade there. If it doesn't present at that time, you can look for it at 350 to 410. That would be a very good London macro. You can also try 250 to 310. You see? So those are the macros. Marvin says lock in and apply discipline, consistency, and you will live with the blueprint. Everyone is trying to fake it. Of course, everyone is faking it. That's how. Well, let's say most of the people are faking it. You know. Um, so you have to work hard for yourself. You know how Marvin is able to survive in between the all these. Sometimes you see him scalping between consolidations, and you wonder why. It's because how do you expect someone with 5 years experience to to not be able to juggle in between? You see. So for you, because you're someone that is new, you need to take safer trades. That is why I'm not showing you the trading inside the consolidations. I'm showing you how to trade inside, being the first person to buy or being the first person to sell. The continuations would be difficult for you. I'm showing you how to sell from this fair value gap, buying from this fair value gap. Keep it easy like that, okay? It's so simple. But if you try to trade in between here, you'll have serious problems. Even what I'm trying to teach on US30 on the high time frame weeks, sometimes price disrespects all these key levels, and then you wonder what's happening. You see. And then don't try to predict the market from every key level that is formed. For example, now someone will try to sell from this inversion. It might sell, but then you're over trading. Just stick to one trade. Just take have a discipline of taking like one trade. 100 pips is a good move, especially on these pairs. Yeah. You have to do work by yourself. That is true. Thank you guys. Thank you for being here. I think that is it for today. Just before I finish, I have to repeat what I said. We have high time frame weeks like that. Price reacts from best reacts from the 0.5 level. You see? And if I'm able to explain this clearly, notice what price does here. This is a key level, the rejection block. Price generates liquidity inside a key level like this. We have a key level, which is the rejection block. Price comes, takes it out. Can you see? High probability key levels have got liquidity inside them. So that is why you see price took out it bought from here and delivered 100 pips, but also came and took out the low. This is the smart money. You see the precision around the 0.5 and it delivered higher. Don't even underestimate the candles, how small you see them. They are very powerful candles. For instance, I know someone will disregard what is it called? You know what I'm seeing here? After this stop punch, you see the stop punch now on 1 hour time frame. You see this one now. For example, that one. This is sell side liquidity. No. This is sell side liquidity. So now someone will think these are not order blocks. My friend, these are order blocks. Look at this last buy candle before price went bearish. These are lows that have been taken out. So this qualifies this one to be an order block on US30. You see? But now the problem is there was no fair value gap that was presented. You know, when the fair value gap is not presented, it means the price has got no intention. So I would have this price came and closed above. You see, it's a small candle, but once it closes above, wait for retracement. So this is a breakup. So my key level today was that 0.5 level, and you can see price has actually behaved very well. So that is it for today. This is how you make 100 or 200 pips. Use that same high time frame narrative, and you're going to win so many trades. Yeah. The key says, Marvin, no one is there to save oneself or another person's themselves. Kizungu ni ngumu. Yes. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody will save you. It's just you that can save yourself. So these realities sometimes, these realities are hard to swallow, but it's just reality. There's nothing you can do about it. Nobody will save you. It's just you that will save yourself. Actually, nobody owes you anything. So the moment you find peace with that, you're going to be fine. So that is it for today. Let me just put on some music so that at least you listen to my song before we end. We meet tomorrow, same time, same place.
Me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song get your close and feel my warmth. No to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortune, we can play like a dummy. Say the way that you whine it, girl. I can't believe how I'm black, girl. Come on, mood, don't you mind it? You love me, no way did you want it, baby. Baby, give me love for tonight. You got me tripping every night, me stay for the night. Walking a good summer love. It takes over me, my soul and my mind. I feel like I need a king, baby girl. I wanna give you love, it feels so right. And in the meantime, you hold my heart. Just don't forget who you are. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for a lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for a lifetime. Nitangangana, na kama bado tai nitakazana, yeah, yeah. Nitapambana, na kama bado tai nitapull over, yeah, yeah. Just hold me tight, I move you right. Nita feel so nice. Move your body, nikona money I will spend on you. Find it a fight, kama kuna msana waste time. Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song get your close and feel my warmth. No to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortune, now we can play like a dummy. Say, nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for a lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for a lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for a lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for a lifetime. Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song get your close and feel my warmth. No to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortune, now we can play like a dummy. Say, the way that you whine it, girl. I can't believe how I'm black, girl. Come on, mood, don't you mind it? You love me, no way did you want it, baby. Baby, give me love for tonight. You got me tripping every night, me stay for the night. Walking a good summer love. It takes over me, my soul and my mind. Pinda Juanita King, baby girl. I wanna give you love, it feels so right. And in the meantime, you hold my heart. Just don't forget who you are. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nitangangana na kama bado tai nitakazana, yeah yeah. Nitapambana na kama bado tai nitapull over, yeah yeah. Just hold me tight, I move you right. Nita feel so nice. Move your body, nikona money I will spend on you. Find it a fight kama kuna msana waste time. Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song get your close and feel my warmth. No to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortune, now we can play like a dummy. Say, nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime.
All right. Actually, there's something that is so interesting that I can see right now. And I'm supposed to have ended the stream, but let me show you something. So there's this key level that I marked. You know, we can always scalp in between, but you have to wait for high time frame key levels. You know, we are having now this inversion here. You see it? Price has actually gone down a couple of pips. Even if it's 50 pips, see on mchezo. See, this is 673 pips. How do you enter the trade? Quite messed up, but you know, you can always scalp, you know. I don't like the continuations. So you see the inversion. Once the price closed below, it got in, it's going down. You know, it's going down like crazy. This is enough to make a lot of money. You see, this move is already at 69 pips. All right, so that is it.
Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song get your close and feel my warmth. No to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortune, now we can play like a dummy. Say, the way that you whine it, girl, I can't believe how I'm black, girl. Come on, in mood, don't you mind it? You love me, no way did you want it, baby. Baby, give me love for tonight. You got me tripping every night, me stay for the night. Walking a good summer love. It takes over me, my soul and my mind. Pinda Juanita King, baby girl. I wanna give you love, it feels so right. And in the meantime, you hold my heart. Just don't forget who you are. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nitangangana na kama bado tai nitakazana, yeah yeah. nitapambana, na kama bado tight nita pull over, yeah, yeah. Just hold me tight, I move you right, nita feel so nice. Move your body, nikona money, I will spend on you. Fight nita fight kama kuna msana waste time. Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song your close and feel my warmth. No to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortune, now we can play like a dummy. Say, knock body, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song your clothes and feel my warmth. Not through the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortune, now we can play like a dog. Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song your close and feel my warmth. No to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortune, now we can play like a dummy. Say, the way that you whine it, girl, I can't believe how I'm black, girl. Come on, mood, don't you mind it? You love me, no way did you want it, baby. Baby, give me love for tonight. You got me tripping every night, me stay for the night. Walking a good summer love. It takes over me, my soul and my mind. Vile wanita king, baby girl. I wanna give you love, it feels so right. And in the meantime, you hold my heart. Just don't forget who you are. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nitangangana, na kama bado tight nitakazana, yeah, yeah. Nitapambana, na kama bado tight nita pull over, yeah, yeah. Just hold me tight, I move you right. Nita feel so nice. Move your body, nikona money, I will spend on you. Fight nita fight kama kuna msana waste time. Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song your close and feel my warmth. No to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortune, now we can play like a dummy. Say, nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song get close and feel my warmth. No to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortune, we can play like a dummy. Say the way that you whine, girl, I can't believe how I'm black, girl. Come on, mood, don't you mind it? You love me, no way did you want it, baby. Baby, give me love for tonight. You got me tripping every night, me stay for the night. Walking a good summer love. It takes over me, my soul and my mind. I feel Juanita King, baby girl. I wanna give you love, it feels so right. And in the meantime, you hold my heart. Just don't forget who you are. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nitangangana na kama bado time nitakazana, yeah yeah. Nitapambana na kama bado time nitapull over, yeah yeah. Just hold me tight, I move you right. Nita feel so nice. Move your body, nikona money I will spend on you. Find it a fight, kama kuna msana waste time. Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song get close and feel my warmth. No to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortune, we can play like a dummy. Say nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song get close and feel my warmth. No to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortune, we can play like a dummy. Say the way that you whine, girl, I can't believe how I'm black, girl. Come on, mood, don't you mind it? You love me, no way did you want it, baby. Baby, give me love for tonight. You got me tripping every night, me stay for the night. Walking a good summer love. It takes over me, my soul and my mind. I feel Juanita King, baby girl. I wanna give you love, it feels so right. And in the meantime, you hold my heart. Just don't forget who you are. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nitangangana na kama bado time nitakazana, yeah yeah. Nitapambana na kama bado time nitapull over, yeah yeah. Just hold me tight, I move you right. Nita feel so nice.